Thank you so much, members of Fourth Estate. My name is Albert Maloba. I'm really grateful for your coming. Every person who has come to grace this occasion, my launch of my first book, A Comrade Forever. I never thought ever in my life that I'll ever be a writer, but I think immediately after campus and of course through many of our storms in life is where we sit down and we realize that sometimes we find friendship in only a single pen and a paper. So it sometimes begins by you just drawing even your first page. How do you want your page of the book or the design of the page to look like? I remember my first time drawing how I would like my book to look like. And that was in 2021. And it's now an idea, full idea, fully into a book. It is more of a memoir, speaking into life of the life experience, how I grew up in Samia. I come from Samia constituency, that is Funyula in Busia County. Grew up in the village just like any other boys, going to take care of the cattle in the hills and coming back in the evening, yeah, after you have taken them for grazing and all that, doing the house chores at home, going to class and sneaking in even very late after the class has begun, through the window. And it's a story with beautiful memories. My campus life, of course, as a leader and the experiences that were there, what it entails to be a comrade and a student leader, what happens around the university lifestyle and all that. It is all covered in this book. So I invite everybody, every Kenyan, every young person, those who want to aspire to be leaders, the young leaders, those who are parents that they want to see the life of their young people, their young children who are in universities and they're aspiring to be leaders. I think leadership to me is just like any other thing that should be nurtured, should be watered very time to time. Leadership to me is like marathon. The way we see marathoners running, training every day, every morning, waking up in the morning to go and train in the cold, in the night, just to build up their muscles so that they can go and win those golds abroad, is how leadership should be like. I think when we focus on transforming our leadership, especially to young people, we'll have a very transformed nation. We find that we are aching as a nation in terms of leadership just because we never nurtured the aspect leadership, especially at a very young age. So for me, as a young person and a very young leader, I am very much motivated to mentor so many young people, to speak to so many young people, to represent them, to advocate for them, and just to speak the truth to power that it is possible to be a leader and to be in any space. Those who are in entrepreneurship, those who are in politics, those who are in social spaces, creatives and all that. So it is a new era, dawn of new era that is with us. And so we should support new talents. So I think I thank God that I also have a talent of writing. And being this as a first book, I think there are many more which I write. I'll do the second edition, the third edition. Annually, I think I'll be trying to rewrite and see what is new that we can add in this Comrade Forever. I look at comradeship as a kind of, the reason why a Comrade Forever, as a title someone would ask, is because, first of all, I looked at it as, when this idea came to me, I looked at it that my first comrade on planet Earth was my late mom, Mama Alice Yenya Rechi, the late, who really loved us and loved me so much, and of whose aspirations and instilled values are still reigning in me. And I think this is evident to many of my friends, my colleagues, and people that I interact with, that comradeship goes beyond the university lifestyle where we call it in terms of, where we look at it in terms of activism, but it is more of the network that you've created, the family that you've created amongst each other. As media people, you are comrades to each other. When you ask one person a link so that you can download and put your news on the other media station, it's just out of comradeship, and that needs to be nurtured, needs to be watered, it to be inspired to so many people and many amongst us, so that we can live amongst each other and upendo. And I'm very, very happy for the many guests who have come during this launch. We've had the government spokesperson, Honorable Maura. He was a student leader. We are now having Fikirini Jacobs, who was also a student leader, and he's now principal secretary. This is so amazing. He's a young man. It is very inspiring to me and even to many young people who are here to witness this book launch. And this is my first edition. Yeah, it's my first. Yeah. So I think when we were to support young leaders, especially student leaders, to me I think we'll have a very good nation. When you look at the likes of Comrade Maura, we saw them. Kina Gladys Wanga right now, she's a chairperson of the biggest party in Kenya, ODM. So this shows that leadership can truly be nurtured. It is a testament that actually you can have good leaders when they have really been nurtured from the beginning. When you just see that there is something in them and they need to be supported. Yeah, we are seeing the best member of parliament today. I think that is by a certain statistics. Babu, he's doing well in Embakasi East. He was a student leader. James Orengo was a student leader, and many other. Irungu Kangata was a student leader. Kipchumba Murkomen was a student leader. And so there is something about being a student leader that when we support our student leaders, and that is my clarion call, that I wish we have even a state department in the Ministry of Education dedicated to support student leaders, because it's a talent. That is where we can get our leaders. When we talk about corruption and many things that are injustices that are happening within our systems, is because our leaders have not been properly taken through the processes of being ironed up to become good leaders that will serve diligently without any issues that end out from people that they don't know maybe how to represent them, they don't know how to address issues, they don't know how to implement matters, and they don't know how to come up with policies. So I think leadership, to me, especially from young people, should be nurtured. Thank you.